going, guys? So we got some information from the live stream that happened earlier today. And so we finally got some details on the new units. A little bit of a preview into their kits. Yeah, so we can have a sneak peek at all 4 of these units. And we're going to take a look at their demo video as well. And I'll translate what's going on more or less. So we're going to start off with Geralt over here. Geralt's going to be a Seeker as well. It's going to be a Seeker. And he's part of the Fortitude camp, it seems like. And then there's another camp there, which is probably the new camp for the Witcher units. I think it reads as Time Travelers Camp. Right, so I'll try my best to translate some of these. So we start off with his trait, which is going to Geralt of Rivia, and he's going to transfer... He's going to treat his magic damage as physical damage with his trait. His trait also increases his crit rate and his movement. You can see he can move 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles, extra tile movement there. And then when the battle starts, he gets access to his own kind of shield. And this shield can absorb damage. I think it's increasing. So yeah, he's just absorbing the damage there. And then once the shield is broken, he's going to knock back enemies like that. Sort of an explosion that's happening there. Now next he has access to a number of potions here. Kind of like Estra as well. These potions can be used as an instant. I think this one is recovering some of his energy there. Also can raise his attack, his physical attack, his crit rate, as well as recover. Yeah, it recovers energy. And then after using a potion, he's also going to gain some damage reduction as well. What's cool is he has another kind of decision skill here, Ignis Mark, where he can choose one of these. And the one gives him piercing damage, I think it is. Also instants. And then I think it says he's doing some damage to surrounding enemies, a little bit of damage there. So yeah, so magic damage he's doing there. So correct me if I'm wrong, I think this guy can do physical damage and magical damage as well. So now they're showing the other decision skill as well. Dealing a massive amount of damage to enemies in front of him in an area like so. Here is the other decision skill as well. You attack enemies in a straight line like that. Then increase the damage of the next attack. Or you can knock back enemies as well. Quite a few tiles. Let's take a look how many tiles these guys are flying back. Yeah, quite a few tiles there. Are they talking about one of his skills, like Rage, Ultimate Rage Burst skill that he has here? See, it's another straight line. Not a fan of straight lines. I wish they would show how much damage it's doing on that big guy over there. He's more of a tank. And then they're saying after he unlocks something called Battle Frenzy here as well. You're gonna raise the damage of the attack. So now damage went from quite high there, 100,000 damage there. So that's Geralt. Let's take a look at Yennefer next. Okay, so Yennefer over here, she is a destroyer. She's also part of the Time Travelers, and she's part of the Discipline faction, is that. So for Yennefer, they start off with her trait. Her trait increases her magic attack. Okay, and she has this additional skill called Mana Overflow. After you use the additional skill, it's going to increase her magic attack. like so. She's powered up now. I think now her skills are glowing, so it's powered up. So she's enhanced the skills. And now she's increased the range of her skills as well. Apologies if this is a little choppy, I'm trying to translate and record at the same time. So this skill then also is going to consume no energy as well. And I think it has no cooldown as well. Once you do this, it returns to its original form. Now they're demonstrating a teleport skill she has, where she can teleport somebody. She's going to teleport them to another location there. If you do it to an enemy, it's going to do magic damage and stun them. So he's stunned. I think it's also applying vulnerability to him. And if you use your additional skill before casting this skill, then it's going to become an instant. So you can use it for free. Another skill she has, roughly translated as Shadow Embrace. 3 energy cost. And then it does healing to yourself after you cast that as well. Increase your damage and makes you immune to frost tiles, which will be good. I think these guys are going to make lots of frost tiles as well, so that will be helpful. Okay, they're just saying you increase your range. We've covered this already. I don't know why they're saying it again, but yeah, you can see she has massive range. Specifically with this skill, they're mentioning it again. So big range with this skill. If you use your additional skill with it, it's also going to dispel buffs on these enemies. And now we also have another decision skill for her as well. I think she can choose different elements. Is that thunder, fire, and ice? Yeah, so you can choose one of those elements. There's the ice. Increase your magic damage as well. There's the fire. And fire tiles as well. So if you use these decision skills, these element skills in combination with her additional skill that she has, the skill that powers up her moves, then it's going to turn into like a stormy version of these skills. She's basically cooking up a storm here. And you can release all 3 elements at once. And increasing magic damage as well. Also inflicting, I think, vulnerability and ignite on the enemies. That's pretty cool. She's cool with all those elements, especially the tiles. Fire tiles, ice tiles. Although we don't really have thunder tiles. Okay, so Triss, she's going to be a breaker. Part of the time travelers and then part of the aggression camp. Cool. She's going to fall in line there with Samantha SP. Samantha SP can boost her with the leadership aura for aggression units. I think this is the one unit I may actually go for. Just personally. But let's first take a look at a trait. Okay, so Triss is also skilled in using ice and fire magic. And Triss is going to be immune to fire and ice tiles. I think Yennefer is only immune to ice tiles. And what's cool is if you end your turn maybe on one of these elemental tiles like ice or fire, then you're going to gain physical and magical shields. Now they're talking about if enemies are on these tiles, fire or ice tiles, then you can trigger something called the Rhythm of Fire and Ice. These are all roughly translated by Google, so not the official names, by the way. And I think maybe it's like a debuff and they're going to take more damage to AoE magic attacks. Again, you can combine this with your other AoE mages as well. It says here after unlocking the Fearless Sorcerer's skin, not sure what they're referring to here. Maybe it's a skill, then you increase your damage again. Got this electric shock skill as well. Take a look at those nice juicy magic and physical shields that she's probably generating for herself. It's dealing ice damage to the target location, increasing your damage before you attack. And then they say the skill can be used again after the first turn. Something. Might be mistranslating or misunderstanding a lot of these. Now she's got this meteor skill as well. A lot of fire damage to the target location. More burning tiles there. Increasing damage before you attack. And then you ignite the enemies after attacking as well. Okay, and then she's got an instant skill here as well. Similar maybe to Yennefer, it's another teleportation skill. But looks like she can teleport herself with this one. Pretty cool. She got some magic and physical shields after she teleports, and then also recovers some energy, but it is on a 4-turn cooldown. Plus it's also going to give her a passive as a resolve as passive. So she can revive if she goes down. Okay. Next up is Ciri, as she's known. She is going to be a Seeker. This unit's reminding me too much of Rowea SP. I hope it's not going to be a B-Tech Rowea that they're giving us for free. But she is part of the Alacrity, like a lot of other Seeker units. Right, so she has a trait called the Elder's Blood, which is going to increase her speed and attack. You can see she can move, I think that was 4 tiles or so. And it's saying if she does not end a turn, I think on standby, then a skill, roughly translated blink, can be used. You can teleport yourself to a location, and then I think you can act again. Also restoring energy, and I think lowering cooldowns as well. Giving her a extra boost in her attack as well. But then they're saying it goes on quite a heavy cooldown after you use it, unfortunately. There's also a knockback in there. And now they say after unlocking the exclusive Daughter of Time and Space. So I'm not sure what they mean by these exclusive versions. If that is actually you have to get the paid skin or something. Or if I'm missing something. But yeah, after you unlock that Daughter of Time and Space. Then after you use that blink skill, you're also going to increase your critical damage, I think. And then she's got this physical charging, damaging skill as well. You can see another straight line there. She can reposition. And then they're mentioning your basic attacks can maybe perform knockbacks as well. Let's take a look. Or maybe that was a stun. I think her basic attacks can stun enemies. She's got another skill here. Dealing damage to random enemies in an area. The less enemies you hit, the more damage she's going to be dealing to them. And when you hit enemies who, I think when there's enemies that are stunned, then you're greatly going to increase damage to stunned enemies as well. Ciri also has a passive that's going to increase her crit rate. And then enemies who are maybe have a debuff called Rooted or something are going to be guaranteed to take critical damage. And now we can take a look at her passive reaction skill as well. After blinking, you gain multiple layers of something. Something called lock, and then you won't take more than 50% of her damage after using blink, I think it is. So she's taking less damage there. Then she can recover some HP after dashing as well. There she recovers the HP after dashing. Yeah, so these are the units. Pretty much what I expected. You know, they weren't gonna blow everyone out of the water, which is a good thing. Because if these units were too strong, too good, it would just devalue the whole element patch, which is an incredible patch and a lot of work that they put into it. And so, yeah, these units are unique in their own way. They have their own unique functions, a lot of elemental things going on there. But I don't think that they're going to disrupt, you know, your pool plan too much. It's kind of like just a nice intermission and a change of scenery just in the middle of all of those banners. And so now also we have each of them are going to have their own astral items as well. But it looks really exciting. A nice change of scenery as well. Unexpected. It's good stuff. And then also they're talking about some events that we're going to get. A lot of rewards that we're going to be getting. Another event that will be taking place later during the month. I'm not going to go over all of these. And then they obviously have some skins as well. And a schedule here. Not sure if we're going to be getting all this in English soon. But yeah, so from next week, I think it is, we're going to be getting some things where we can get Ciri for free. And then the first banner is going to be Geralt. And then on the 12th of December, we're going to get Yennefer. And there's going to be an event there. You can get some rewards. And then on the 26th, we're going to be getting Triss over there. And then another event there. And then I'm not sure what's happening on the 9th of January. But exciting stuff ahead. So now that you've seen these units and some of their kits, what do you think about them? Are you planning on pulling for these units? How many? Yeah, I think especially if you've played the game and you like these units, it's going to be a good time. Great units to get as well if you like them. And also maybe if you want to use this as an opportunity to save, you know, this could also be a good break for a lot of us. We've had relentless banners where we have to pull for a lot of units. So I think this is a great break between sort of the Camelot, Iserin, and then the Maise SB, you know, high priority pools. I think it's a good break for us as well. And then you could also save up for some of the powerful element units. They on another league. Those guys are really good units. And yeah, but it's gonna, you know, it's so many good units that you want to pull on all of the element units. So it's gonna be a rough time as well. So yeah, have your pick. Gives us more options, I think. Right, so before we leave, we do have this on X translated in English for us. So yeah, like I said, log in to get Ciri, Hunter Lord of the Forest theme, Adventure, Geralt, banner, and then some selection, some paid things as well. New skin for Geralt, signing event, collab, pass, summon gift, value collab pack. 12th of December, you get the skin for Yennefer. She's releasing Voyage of Discovery. Adventure 3, Triss comes out, Triss's skin, and then Converging Paths. We'll have in January, in the new year, on January 9, we're going to have Adventure, The Witcher 3 Ciri. Right, not sure what that is. An upgrade, free upgrade to 3 stars. So we'll be able to upgrade her to 3 stars, kind of like Senshi. That's gonna be all for me, guys. Take care. God bless.